Hello Grey Group, it's Miss McNamara here. Today we are going to do the jump in game where you have to jump in with the word when I pause. We are also going to have your third and final read and we will do some editing, being the teacher, checking for spellings and punctuation or grammatical errors. Okay, let's start with jump in. Are you ready? The invisible clothes. The Emperor of loved to show off his silk suits. One day, A came to see him. I have invented a new cloth, he said. If you like, I will weave some for you and make you the finest suit. The vain Emperor said yes. Away. He gave the tailor 6 bags of, so that he could buy the most silk thread in the city. The tailor put the gold in his pocket. Then he said to thee, I haven't told you the best thing about this. If a stupid person looks at it, it will seem to be good, replied the Emperor. When one of my looks at me in my new suit, it will be possible for me to tell if he is stupid. If he is, I can give him the next day the Emperor went to see how the was getting on. He hadn't really bought any silk, and the gold was still in his. Let me show you the cloth I have already made, said the tailor. To spread a length of cloth over a chair. Isn't it? The Emperor could see nothing, because there was nothing to see. He had a horrible thought. I can't see the cloth, he said to himself. That must mean that I am stupid. I'd better I can see it. It's, he said to the tailor. The next day, the Emperor went to see the tailor again. I'm to make the suit now, said the tailor, pretending to the cloth. Just look at those colours. Unforgettable, like a, said the poor Emperor. But I will probably need 6 more bags of gold, said the tailor, 2 needles that are for such cloth. The next day the tailor that the suit was ready and took it to the Emperor's bedroom. He pretended to hold out the Emperor to put them on. Very, he said. I will march through the city in my suit. So there was a grand everyone, the Emperor's new clothes. Nobody wanted to say that they were. Then a small boy to his father, but the Emperor isn't wearing any clothes. His father, it more loudly. The Emperor isn't wearing any clothes. Soon the crowd had taken up the terrible The Emperor isn't wearing any clothes. The Emperor began to weep. But he had to finish his walk through the city, as bare as the day he was born. Well done, Grey Group. I hope you managed to jump in and say the right words. Won't be quite as good as we do it at school, because I can pause and stop more easily when you are in front of me. But I hope you managed to do it. Well done. Now, I'd like you to have your third and final read. During this read, you should be your most fluent, your most expressive. Really enjoy reading the story. See if you can read it to an audience. So get mum or dad or a sibling to sit down, read it to them, and ask them if they felt entertained. Good luck. Well done, grade group. Congratulations for your final read of The Invisible Clothes. I hope it was your best read and that all your audience were entertained by you. Now we have two parts to this editing activity. If you want to stop the video and read it yourself and notice the errors, now there could be spelling errors, they might be punctuation errors or grammatical errors, which means things like if the tenses are wrong. Have a look, read it aloud to yourself first, check what the errors are, rewrite the errors. You do not have to write the whole sentence, just write the errors down. See if you first can recognise them and then can you correct them, just like the teachers do. So pause the tape and come back in a minute. Hello grade group, so did you find those errors? Let's read it to you first. The emperor couldn't see the clothes, but he pretended to put them on. He felt very miserable. Let's have a look. Are you ready? So the first word, did you get pretended? It's a spelling mistake. And the second word that's spelt incorrectly is very. And the last one, miserable. Now let's have a look at how they are spelt. So we have pretended, ends in an ED, and very ends in a Y, and miserable, often children miss out that E just before the R. Miserable. We don't say it like that, we just say miserable. Did you get them right? Give yourselves lots of ticks. If you didn't, fix them now. Well done. Let's go on to the next one. Again, pause the video, read the sentences to yourself. Are there any mistakes? Now we're looking here for any punctuation errors. Sometimes capital letters or full stops are missing or they've been put in the wrong place. Remember that you've learned how to do speech marks, question marks and exclamation marks, so look for them too. Okay, off you go. Well done, Gregory. Welcome back. Let's read the sentences. A intelligent boy whispered something to his father. Then his father repeated it. The emperor isn't wearing any clothes. Okay, let's look at the first error. A. It's not an A. Did you get that? We say an intelligent boy. An. And the reason we use an and not a is because intelligent begins with a vowel, an I. The vowels are A, E, I, O and U. So any word that begins with an A, E, I, O or U, we say an. Okay, next error. Whoopsie, missing full stop. The full stops are not there. Oh dear. You can tell that when you read it, when you pause for a breath, normally that needs some sort of punctuation. Then his father repeated it. The emperor isn't wearing any clothes. Did you spot this one? At the end. What do we need here? Now I wonder if many of you put a full stop. That wouldn't look right, would it? Because we've already got an exclamation mark with feeling, that line and dot. Well, the line and the dot takes the place of the full stop or a question mark, so we don't need that to end the sentence. What is it that we need? I'll give you a clue. When I read the sentence, what happens to my voice? Then his father repeated it. The emperor isn't wearing any clothes. Because that part of the sentence is the character speaking, we use a 66, but there's no 99. The speech marks are missing. Let's see the corrected text. Here it is. Give yourself lots of ticks. If you miss anything out, fix it now. Well done, everybody. It's been a real pleasure reading this story to you. Have a fantastic weekend.